In this video, I want to talk about one of the first things you should do as a remote sales rep when you land a role. A lot of reps miss out on this, and it's typically the reps that are getting onto their very first role. If you're a little bit more experienced, if you've been on multiple sales roles before, you probably know this, you probably do this, it's probably second nature at this point. But if it's your first opportunity, maybe not for you, but a lot of people I've worked with, I see it as, common sense, but they just don't do it. So that's why I want to make this video for those of you that are getting on your first role to make sure that you do this once you land it. And that is race to one. A lot of times, what I find is new reps are just not doing enough. And it's not because they're lazy. It's not because they don't want to do the work. It's because they just don't understand how to produce the results, how to look at the numbers in a way that allows them to effectively write their own paychecks, right? They come in, they look at the OTE, they look at the on-track earnings, and they say, okay, this is the OTE. And then they just do whatever feels normal, or especially if there's no guidance, if the business owner or the sales manager doesn't give them a specific number of outputs. And this is especially for appointment setters. If they're not given like a specific number of outputs, they just kind of do whatever. And then when they don't hit the OTE, they either blame the offer, they think they suck, they wonder what's going on. And I found a lot of reps that I've worked with have instantly changed their numbers, instantly made more income, and started hitting and exceeding OTEs once they did what I'm talking about here. And it's what I just said, which is race to one. More specifically, race to that first sale, race to that first commission check. And then you can see everything it took to create that, right? So the first thing I would do is get on an offer. If I'm an appointment setter, I'm going to just do as much outreach as I possibly can within the allotted time. If I'm a closer, I'm going to obviously take as many calls as I possibly can, and perform the best I can, do as much follow-up as I can, confirm calls. I'm going to do as much volume as I can starting out until at least I get one or two sales. And the more you do this, the more the numbers make more sense. But the first thing you want to do is race to one, and then reverse engineer the inputs it took to create that one. So let's say I'm selling a super low ticket offer. Let's say I'm selling like $1,000 thing, and every sale I get 10%, I get $100 per sale. So if I want to make race to one, I'm going to do as many inputs as I can, make that first sale, get that first commission check. Cool, it's $100. If I want to make $1,000, I know I need to make 10 sales. So then I look at the inputs, I go back to them, and then I multiply it by the commission that I actually want to receive. And then I will know what I need to do within the payout window in order to write my own paycheck effectively. Now, the only way that this doesn't work is if the inputs that you'd have to do to make the commission you want to see is so obscenely high that you just can't hit it, right? But a lot of times you'll find is that those numbers are pretty well in the ballpark of what you can do, and you can start to make at least a lot more money, if not hitting or smashing the goal that you have. So you race to one, say, hey, I want to make $1,000 a week. And, I did all of this work. I did, all this work this week, and I created $100. If I want to make 1,000, I just 10x the work and do 10 times throughout the week. I should land somewhere in the ballpark over $1,000. Maybe it's 800. Maybe next week it's 1,200. But you should be somewhere in the ballpark of where you want to be. And you can do this in every single offer. And once you're in the habit of doing that, all you need to do next is continuously improve your skills while keeping volume high. Because what's going to happen over time, you might say, hey, if I want to make more and more money, do I need to keep doing more and keep doing more? No, because what's going to happen over time is as your skill set improves, the volume, the inputs at which it takes you to hit that same commission amount is going to come down. The numbers are going to come more and more in your favor. So you're going to keep volume high and just work on skill set so that the volume comes down and down and down and down. The needed inputs to hit goal comes down and down and down. Therefore, you can make more money while remaining at the same output level. And then from there, you can just pretty much choose, do you want to bring your outputs down? Do you want to crank it up even more? or do you, maybe want to get on a different offer? It comes down to whatever it is you want to do from there. Super, super quick video. I just want to talk about knowing your numbers, reverse engineering them, multiplying the inputs in order to hit your goals, and then focusing on improving your skill sets to bring those inputs down so that you can hit even higher and higher numbers. If you're not doing that, make sure to do it. It helps a lot. I'll see you tomorrow.